again. My name is Gabe Zolna. This is the 4th of April 2018. Have you noticed that the majority of these shooting events, the guy, in this case, the gal behind the trigger, is a left-wing freak Democrat? Have you sort of noticed that? This article is posted on the Conservative Tribune. I think you're going to find it to be somewhat interesting. There's an embedded video. The title, Trump Jr. Caught Something About YouTube Shooting Aftermath Nobody Else Saw. This was put up by Benjamin Arie, that's A-R-I-E. Facts are beginning to emerge about the traumatic shooting that occurred at YouTube headquarters on Tuesday. To be honest with you, I'm really surprised that it's taken that long, with the number of people all over the world that YouTube has pissed off. And they certainly didn't fit the media's conceived narrative. On April 3rd, 3 people were wounded, and the attacker took her own life at the Google-owned video brand's headquarters in San Bruno, California. Many liberals quickly speculated or even openly hoped that the shooter was a gun-toting conservative NRA member. But the reality was very different, as Donald Trump Jr. pointed out in a tweet Tuesday evening. Oh, by the way, she used a handgun, didn't use one of those war machines, you know, the AR-15. Instead, the shooter turned out to be Nassim Ingdam, an Iranian woman who pushed many far-left talking points. Could Nassim be a Muslim? I don't know, something to think about. You know, this is like committing jihad. Adam described herself as a vegan bodybuilder, an animal rights activist promoting a healthy and humane lifestyle, Fox News reported. Now what's interesting, as all shooters are NRA members, narratives quickly collapsed. Social media outlets scrambled to shut down Adam's online accounts. As of Wednesday, the woman's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and other profiles had been taken down from public view. After those outlets made sure that the public couldn't see the shooter's posts for themselves, Trump Jr. suggested on Twitter that her narrative-breaking leftist views might be at play. Nah, it's impossible. Quote, "You think there's any chance whatsoever that a mass shooter, hateful Instagram and YouTube channels would be pulled immediately if they were NRA members as opposed to liberal, vegan, PETA activists asking for a few million friends in the NRA?" Don Jr. posted on Wednesday. His point was clear. If the situation were different and a right-leaning NRA member had committed the shooting, it seems almost certain that the media would publicize this endlessly, not rush to shut down and hide the social media evidence. Could you imagine if a AR, one of those war machines, was used? Of course, there's no indication that a single NRA member has ever carried out the mass shooting, but the underlying question still stands. There seems to be a double standard. If a criminal's political leaning confirm the media's bias, they hold it up for all to see, over and over and over again. The moment the narrative falls completely apart, say when the shooter's a female, vegan, Iranian, animal rights liberal, the story is quickly buried. At the very least, that's certainly the perception. One look at tweets from liberals before all the facts in the YouTube shooting emerged showed just how eager the left was to blame conservatives and the NRA once again for a crime they had nothing to do with. Quote, "Another shooting," posted angry liberal comedian Michael Ian Black as the incident unfolded. Quote, "I'm gonna publicize the F out of it. And so should you," he declared. "The NRA is a terrorist organization." It is unclear if he still intends to publicize it now that the perpetrator appears to be an unhinged leftist. Maybe he could label all vegan terrorists for consistency. Quote, If this shooter at YouTube isn't a white male with far-right leaning, I will eat my effing hat, posted another Twitter liberal named Jim Vaness. Get rid of the effing guns. It's unknown if he'll eat his hat at all, once, or a small bite at a time. Folks, this is, but yet again, another example of how the false narratives are perpetrated in front of the American people by the mainstream media, which is a corrupt left-wing organization. It just amazes me that the government isn't going after YouTube, going after Facebook, and going after Google. They're going after Amazon. But what's the difference between the amount of impact Amazon has on people or the amount of impact that Google, YouTube, and Facebook have? Go look up the definition of a monopoly. I already have. Thanks for listening. The link will be attached. Watch the embedded video.